One of our big partners is Endeavour Financial, a leading investment banking firm in London. And what we were seeing is the streaming companies traditionally that provide that financing structure were doing $100 million plus investment sizes, and that no one was providing the streaming finance solution to the smaller side of the market. So that's when we set up Empress to take advantage of those opportunities sub 25 million and provide that direct funding to mining companies in the junior space.
Hi and welcome to the Assay TV. We are here at One-to-One Mining Investment Cape Town, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Sherron, who is the Chief Executive Officer and President of Empress Royalties. Thank you so much for joining us, Alex.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great, so maybe to get us started, you could start by just giving us a brief overview of Empress Royalties.
Absolutely. So we offer investors a strategic way to investing in gold and silver through the royalty and streaming model. So at Empress, we create new royalties or streams, getting mines into production or help them expand upon the production. As a result, brings direct revenue into Empress. We founded this company about 3 years ago. We took it public, and one of our big partners is Endeavour Financial, a leading investment banking firm in London. And what we were seeing is the streaming companies traditionally that provide that financing structure were doing $100 million plus investment sizes, and that no one was providing the streaming finance solution to the smaller side of the market. So that's when we set up Empress to take advantage of those opportunities sub 25 million and provide that direct funding to mining companies in the junior space.
Great, thank you. And could you just provide a little bit more detail for our viewers who aren't familiar on the streaming and royalties business model and how that kind of plays into the investment strategy?
So a royalty is where we invest in a company and we receive a percentage of revenue from that investment, or a percentage of revenue from production. A stream is where we invest in a company, but we're buying gold or silver at a discounted price from the producer. And when I say discounted price, we're 80% discount, or we're paying 20% of spot price. Mm-hmm. At Empress, we do a combination of both. Mostly streams, because there's a lot more levers and things we can negotiate in those contracts. And we also get security and various things that go into it. So it's a diversified portfolio looking at different types of streaming and royalty opportunities.
Great, thank you. And do you have a kind of a main preference around commodity types and things like that?
So our investment focus, we really look at it from 5 directions. We are only looking at gold and silver, so we truly are a precious metals royalty and streaming company. We're looking at sort of near-term producers or producers to fund, both private and public companies. And we're global. We're in Peru, Mexico, Mozambique. We're going to South Africa. We will continue to build the portfolio in Africa and South America, where we're getting some great returns. Investment size is $5 to $10 million, and all of our investments have a strong ESG focus. So those are sort of the 5 pillars of our investment strategy.
Excellent, thank you. Would you be able to kind of provide some examples of some of your portfolio companies?
Yeah, so we have 3 key assets in our portfolio. We've invested $19.5 million into the portfolio to date. The net asset values and current metal prices of the portfolio is about $47 million. And we're forecasting about $50 million of US in revenue over the next 5 years, just on these 3 initial assets. The first one to talk about is a company called Sierra Sun. They have a mine called Sierra in Peru. Private company, they needed some expansion capital. We provided that to them through a gold stream. They've been in production with expansions. We've been receiving revenue for about 2 years now on that one.
Okay.
Then we invested in a development project in Mozambique by a private group again. We invested about $3 million into that for a royalty on that whole project. We've been receiving, they were development, they're now in production, consistent revenue now for a year. And then we also have another one that's actually a public company. It's called the Terra mine, owned by Luca Mining. This was one with some debt, with some equity, with a gap. We provided that funding for them. The result, getting 100% of their silver. And they're on ramp-up phase at the moment. First ball mill's going, second one's expected soon. So when that really gets going, that'll give us a really good silver credits or silver investment coming through to Empress. Those are the 3 key ones, but we want to bring more into the portfolio this year.
And I understand you've got a strategic partnership with Endeavour Financial and Terra Capital.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on how that came about and how that's kind of impacted the company?
Yeah, so I'm ex-Endeavour Financial. I started my career at PricewaterhouseCoopers. I became an analyst in Endeavour Financial, worked my way up through the ranks and became director of structured finance, so working on the debt facilities and funding companies in production. So I teamed back up with Endeavour to found, and Jeremy Bond, who runs the Terra Natural Resource Fund of Australia. We teamed up to form this company knowing there was a gap in the market. With Endeavour, they're our investment manager. So that really allows Empress, as a small company with a small management team, to punch above our weight. So I've got access to the financial analysts, the mining engineers, geologists, investment bankers, to not only source opportunities, but be able to quickly vet them and be able to execute on those transactions.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like a very exciting time for the company. Looking ahead into 2024 and the next few months, are there any key milestones that investors should keep an eye out for, or news flow?
Yeah, so we'll have Sierra increasing its production. That's the one in Peru. The one in Mexico is getting ramped up now, so that's going to have a significant impact in a positive way on our revenue. We've got the new one we've just announced in South Africa, which is a Galaxy mine, which we'll be funding hopefully very soon, owned by Kalanda. That's in production, helping them expand. I was just at site a couple of days ago before Endeavour, seeing an amazing operational team on the ground. So we're excited about that one. I've just brought in a new vice president, Nora Pincus, vice president of corporate development, who's got also a structured finance background. So, and we also announced in December that we did a new debt facility with Nabari. So we've got a $28.5 million accordion loan, which we've drawn down 3.5 to repay existing debt. We've got 5 earmarked for Galaxy in South Africa. And we've got $20 million to deploy in the portfolio. So with Nora coming on board with Nabari facility, we really are hoping to expand our portfolio and bring further diversification of revenue generating assets, creating real value for our shareholders.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, Alex, and we really look forward to hearing some more from you in the next few months.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today.